Welcome to On the Beat. Today I'm joined by Dr. Andy Barlow. He is with the Chiropractic Physician Center of Tupelo, and he is the best-selling author of 3 books, the latest one, Code Breaker, that breaks down autoimmunity.
Yes.
So tell us what that means.
Okay, so in my book, The Code Breaker, we talk about autoimmune and autoimmune disorders. When it comes to autoimmunity, we now know through the scientific research that there's a 30-70 split when it comes to autoimmune disorders, because up until recently, all healthcare professionals thought that autoimmune disorders was directly linked to genetics. And now we realize that genetics only make up 30% of autoimmune disorders.
Wow.
70% have to do with your environment, environmental toxins, not being able to detox from those environmental toxins. Also, leaky gut is the gateway to autoimmunity.
So a lot of things that we could actually do to prevent autoimmunity disorders.
Absolutely. Now, so let's think about it from this standpoint. Let's talk about celiac disease, because I talk about that in my book. This is an autoimmune disorder that when a person eats gluten, this can cause gut dysregulation also and cognitive issues. Okay, so this person has a genetic predisposition that when they eat gluten can cause an autoimmune disorder. So they have a gene, and their environment, meaning when they eat gluten, it triggers the gene causing health problems.
Okay.
All right, so we all have these triggers, okay, that can trigger these autoimmune disorders, and leaky gut is one of the major contributing factors of that. So what will happen if our inflammation, chronic inflammation, we have that for too long of a period of time, what happens, your immune system gets confused, and instead of fighting off a bacteria or virus, your immune system goes, wow, your thyroid looks just like that bacteria. So I'm going to kill the bacteria and the thyroid. It can do the same thing for gluten or any undigested proteins, like if a person has a leaky gut, these contents leak out of their gut into their bloodstream, and they're not supposed to be in the bloodstream, the immune system becomes inflamed and over-aroused, and it goes, I got to kill that, and then also I need to destroy your knee joint. Then a person comes in with knee pain, and we find out they actually have autoimmune disorders to their knee, that we have to address their gut, gluten sensitivity, and work on their knee to solve this problem long term.
The code break, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You mentioned in your book stages of autoimmunity.
Yeah. And that's a good question. So there's actually 3 stages of autoimmunity. One is where your immune system is producing what are called predictive antibodies. You know, like when we were kids and you'd play tag, you're it. So your immune system tags certain tissues for destruction. But at the beginning, see, there's no symptom, all right? And then stage 2 is you have antibodies and you actually start to produce symptoms like brain fog, or my feet are going numb, or my joints are hurting. And sometimes people will stay in that position, that stage 2, for 20 years until they get into stage 3 to end stage tissue pathology, and then they get diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder.
And it could have been predicted earlier?
Yeah, because now we know that through blood testing, there are these predictive antibodies that can predict up to 20 years before you actually get to end stage that, hey, your body is attacking itself.
So if people wanted to learn more about this or feel like they have some of these predictors, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
The best way to get in touch with me is just contact the number below.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Dr. Barlow. And that's today.